Good evening,
That's
welcome
okay.
to the Permanent Building Construction Committee meeting of January 31st, 2019. Bill Kinsman acting in place of Bob Silk, who happens to be here again tonight, which is good. I'd like to recognize that Kathy Carney is here, and that Mary Ellen Gambon from the Record is here, someone new, and Nate from the Public Access TV is here as well. Okay. Oh, and John Racine. John, I'm just so used to seeing you.
Just blend in.
You're part of the group. Okay, first up is a secretarial invoice.
Move that we approve the secretarial's invoice for the January 10, 2019 meeting.
Second.
Any discussion on that? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. What else have you got for an invoice over there, Jerry?
We have an invoice from John Shea regarding the lantern work for $25,875, representing 59% of his contract without including the roof amendment, which is not included in the
Right, it is not.
John, you reviewed that and seen the work,
We
and
did.
that's
Yep.
accurate?
Dave is, sorry, go ahead.
Move that we approve that invoice at $25,875.
Second.
Now we can talk about it.
Go ahead, John,
Okay.
you want to say?
Dave Green was out there. I've seen photos, and Mike was also there.
Mike was out there yesterday, yep.
They're happy with the progress they've seen, and I think the town will be very happy with what it's going to look like in the end.
Great.
Yeah,
Big
Mike
improvement.
was very positive about it. He said the finials were,
Yeah, they're tough to make. It's unbelievable. Should be great.
Should be pointed out that the structural engineer's been paying some visits out there too,
Yes.
so we're getting really good coverage.
Yep. They're getting out there.
is there any further discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
We have one more invoice for IGB. There's an issue on one of the portions, and John's going to take it back and figure that out. And it has to do with Fred Love's work. Fred will be asked to join us at our next meeting. I recommend and move that we table this invoice until the next meeting.
Do we have a second on tabling the invoice?
Second.
Okay. Invoice is tabled.
That's all I have. Invoices.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes. Read it back.
Second.
Did everybody read the minutes?
I read them. I didn't find any errors.
Okay, neither did I. All in favor of?
January 10th.
Right. All in favor of approving the minutes of January 10th?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, we're good. Okay,
We acknowledge publicly that we've lost a member.
if you'd like me to.
I think we ought to.
Okay. As many of you know through the emails, Chris Eberly has resigned from the committee, and I don't know the exact details, but I believe that it was, he had a conflict of interest, and I know that way back when he went to work for his present employer, there was a potential issue there. It didn't happen, but it seems like it has now, and he has gone from the committee, so we'll be actively looking for somebody else to fill in for Chris. So if anybody knows anybody, might be a great idea to bring them to a meeting and see if they like it, we like them, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, update on the chapel project. John Racine.
So, update on the chart. I can give you a little bit of an idea of where we are progress-wise, and then there are two documents that are going to need to be signed, and I'm not sure where that would fit into procedurally.
Gabby, then we'll send it at the end.
Okay. So, with respect to the chapel itself, the interior is
Let me put that.
basically done. They have to wash and do a little bit more work at the chantry walls. Wash that down, and they're gonna start pulling out the staging, and start clearing it out, do some final finishing, or final cleaning.
They're gonna start pulling it out, when is this supposed to happen?
I think it's gonna happen probably the first or second week of February.
Okay.
They're basically scheduled to be completed. They still have a little bit of work on the exterior, particularly at the chantry parapet work that they have to do. But the interior is pretty close to done. They have a little bit more of the corbelling work that they need to do at the roof rafters. That's in the chantry part, but the main nave, I think they can start clearing that out.
Well, that's why I'm asking the question. There was some wood detailing up in the spring of that roof there as it goes around. And it's noticeable on the north door. Is that where the door is, on the north side? I've
Yes.
never gotten used to that. But there's a neat detail
Okay.
that was missing. But we found it up in the upper level of the administration
Okay,
building
yeah.
across. You may,
We'll have
don't let them take that stuff down until we make sure that it's up
Okay.
there, because in my opinion, they own it because it's on the drawings, so.
That's fine, as long as we can get it to them, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's in the attic, I mean, it's a short walk over there.
Oh, okay,
If you want
yeah.
us to lug it over, we will, but.
No, I think they can go get it, we just need to tell them before because they,
Yeah.
Obviously they don't want to pay any
We've
more.
been talking
right?
about this, but I just don't
Okay.
want them to take it down and come back and say, oh,
I see. It's an
got a
extra.
wood specter here.
Right. No, I
So if you could
understand.
look into that, I appreciate that.
Okay, yep. On the
What's the timeline on the windows? Do those go after the staging comes down? Will he
Yes.
do his own staging, put
Yes.
those in?
Yes, yep.
And has he done I know they made templates and all, did he check those to make sure the windows were gonna fit okay, et cetera?
He has, yeah. So they basically built and adjusted all of the window openings to his templates.
Okay,
Azar has actually been out to take a look at the final product, or the end result essentially, and has basically agreed that this is good,
great.
and they'll be able to put the windows in. So far we're in line.
Very good.
Yeah, the masonry work that they've done, they did a lot of adjustments to to that stone around the window openings to get them to fit better.
Mhm.
That was one of the changes that we had, and I think they've actually done a little bit more than what was in there, just because they wanted a good job. So,
I think that young guy is
yeah,
about as good a mason as I've seen.
yeah, that foreman is
Yeah,
John.
yeah,
he's quite good, yeah.
What's John's last name?
Smart.
Smart?
He is, yeah. But yeah, he's no nonsense.
I met a few of those kinds of guys.
Yeah,
A lot of times you get arguments, but that guy is very smooth.
yeah, he's been,
Yeah.
yeah, the work that Spillane has done in general has been good. At
I
least
think we'll all be very
we've-
happy we went the extra yard on this one.
Yeah, yeah. On the exterior, there's a little bit more work that needs to happen at the turret, or the top, I call it the turret, where the lantern's gonna come in. You gotta put some of the pins in, or the support for the lantern. They gotta put the capping stone on, and then also at the chantry, they gotta do some more of the topping or the coping stone. That has to integrate with the new roofing. So they're trying to schedule all that together so that the flashing goes in with the roofing all in one shot, so it's not being piecemeal. So they're
So
approaching
speaking
it.
of that, we have a CCD, number 8.
Yes, I
in
brought
front
that
of me.
with here, yes.
And I'm sorry, I thought that I had scanned all of these, signed them, and sent them back to Dale.
Number 8 as well,
That's what
number
I-
Which
14.
one's number 8?
This is the base plate, you know how they have to drill all these,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
'Cause
Is that the $2,000 plus or
Yes,
minus?
it
Yes,
is.
yep,
Yeah, we took
2,300.
that.
I know it was approved, I'm not sure if it was
Yeah.
signed.
okay, fine.
Oh, okay.
And so what's the final completion date? I think I cut you off.
So,
earlier.
no, that's no problem. I think the new roof work is gonna extend it a little bit, but the mason wants to be done, or will be done second to third week of February, is what they're shooting for.
Okay.
And that should be within their contract time. Azar comes in, weather permitting, because it is February, shortly after to get his installation. And then Shay puts the lantern on top. We haven't gotten an official date yet on the lantern as to when that gets installed, but they own that port. And they don't, Spillane doesn't need to be there
Yeah.
for that essentially, at least not all of their equipment.
Some of us would like to know how they're gonna get it up there, though.
They own craning, they're gonna crane that thing up there
So
somehow.
they're gonna bring in a truck crane, okay.
Yep, yeah. They've talked about that, they're gonna crate it, and they're gonna make sure that, everything's braced before they chain it up.
Press
and bring
brand
it
out front and everything, going up islands.
So, yeah, it should be a good
Yeah.
event to see.
Is it all finished, the land?
It is not, no, it's about, I'd say the lantern, I think we just approved the requisition is just about 60%, 59%.
Any idea how much it weighs, the lantern?
It doesn't seem, it looks much heavier than it is. I could ask him,
Just kinda curious.
but it really is a hollow,
Yeah.
copper shell.
But there's a lot of
Some
copper.
pretty steel,
There's some
a lot of
some
steel
steel
framing
iron in it, yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna take 1 or 2 people to pick it up,
They have it on a chain file now,
yeah.
and basically that's how it's being supported. Some of the, if they've actually made the pattern on the base that has the same angle as what the turret is gonna be, so that they understand how all that, and so that's kind of resting on that now. So they've been taking quite a bit of.
Now, did I understand that basically the stone that's going on is gonna have pins that come up, and those will be covered with copper and kind of connected to the flashing, so
there's-
no water can get in there?
It is gonna be all weather tight, yes.
So that
but
being said,
it's
how
a
does it
base
connect?
plate.
Does it actually connect, or it just sits there with its own weight?
Oh, no, it's
No, no.
fastened, yeah.
It's fastened.
3 bolts to a base plate.
Yeah, so basically you have a plate for the lantern, you have a plate that's already there, and they kind of bolt those two
Okay.
together.
And the base plate has an angle on it that fits into the angle that's
Yeah.
already embedded.
Yes.
So they're gonna tie everything together. It's pretty good detail. all
Good.
things
Yeah,
considered.
yeah, we want that thing to go in because that
Sure.
lantern, it's 10, 12 feet tall, it's really gonna catch some wind even though it's open.
Yeah.
So it
Plus the
definitely-
loads on it, torsional, up and down.
Yeah,
It's-
it'll twist quite a bit.
yeah.
How long has that lantern been down, do you know?
No.
It's more than 5 years.
Was it down before
Take it down.
before we had the roof problem? Or did it come down as a result of that, when the roof lifted up from the storm?
That was the same time.
It's about the
Was,
same
yeah,
time,
so that's
yeah.
about
2006, right?
Yeah. Was it 6 or 5?
5 or 6,
Yeah.
so it's been at least
Yeah.
12 or 13 years anyway.
Wow.
It's been a while.
So there, schedule-wise, there's one item that may get extended is the custom door that they have at the turret. There's quite a long lead time, so they've asked if everything else is done, if they can come back sometime in April to install it, if that would be an issue. Collectively, I think we don't have an issue with it, but it's up to if the town has an issue with it. we
Yeah,
really need to-
there's a hollow metal door that they're gonna be able to put in. so
They'll be
this-
able, yeah, that's
it
easy,
won't-
it's off the
There's
shelf.
no vandal problem that I can see.
No,
It'll
I
be
don't think
secure.
so. Yeah, so I think that'll be, it seems reasonable.
Yeah.
We wish that they ordered it earlier, but they are masons.
Well, I
not
told him he's
necessarily-
gotta sign it in blood when we get a date from him.
Yeah, Ted's pretty tough on him, but yeah, they,
Ted's
Sure,
tough on
hold out
everybody.
enough to pay
Yeah.
for it.
so. other
We
than
own
that-
the door. I mean,
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they own it, yeah,
They own the door.
yeah. So that's basically where it's at now.
So the electrical work been done now?
Yes, they were supposed to have the inspection.
He was there,
I
didn't
think
he?
it was yesterday.
Can you actually see something inside now?
I haven't been in, but I could check for you.
And I guess the whole thing was inspected a day or two before that by Mark Schubert.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
all right, good.
yeah, that's what I heard anyway.
Yeah, I can have Dave look into it, he's been on the field every day.
You know, Jerry, regarding the wiring, I know that they ran number 12 wire to all of the outlets. I know they have a 20 amp circuit down in the basement, but by running number 12 to all the outlets, they in essence become a 20 amp circuit,
That's correct.
which is good. But as far as being any brighter, I don't know if that place is gonna be any, because we don't, the
Just
chandeliers,
fixtures,
or
yeah.
wherever you wanna call them, the candelabras, we don't own anything on that, I believe.
Well, I think at one point we had taking out the existing incandescent bulbs and putting in LED bulbs at
Yeah.
one point. I'll have to go back in the contract to see if that was something that was pulled out, but I believe it's still in the contract.
That's why I thought it should be right up.
Yeah,
Well-
it could be.
Yeah.
What kind of an increase will you get with the LED lamps?
I think it's, it varies on
Depends what
the
you put in.
bulb, yeah, it depends on which one you wanna put in. And also the temperature of the light as well, because the existing light kinda mimics the candle light, which is, you know, a little redder. It's not as blue.
They're also ugly and dirty. And if we just wash the bulbs, we get 3 times as much light.
Yeah, well, there's that, yeah. That's true.
Well, that's kind of an important point, because if they take down the scaffolding before they do that, then we're looking at another,
Right, well, we can, I mean,
You
you're right,
could
the
change those
scaffold
bulbs off the
basically
ladder.
goes all around it, yeah.
you
So we
can, I can't.
We're
Yeah,
not
we
gonna
can
ask
ask
you
them to do
to.
that.
How high are those
I want to
candelabras?
see him do it.
I'm sorry?
How high are the candelabras, I don't know.
I would say less than 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the scaffold now, you're basically running into them.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you can clean them off. Yeah, we'll ask them to take a
Pretty
look
sure
at that.
cleaning of that is.
Maybe
part of it, yeah.
somebody with the cemetery can run up there and take care of it.
No, it should be part of the cleaning, all the dust and
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah.
all that.
They,
you know, they
they
should be-
were supposedly doing a wash down.
Yeah,
And all the cobwebs in the ceiling.
we'll see if we can get that out too, while we're there.
Say it and
We'll
done.
get an extra.
There's some
yeah.
spiders in that moved in 1903.
It's the same one. Yeah, not a lot of spider cleaning up there. So, I do have, so number 8, you've already taken care of. This is change order number 2, which was approved previously. It just needs to be signed. So, COR 8, which is the interior limestone stabilization at window F. Installation of stainless steel setting pins at parapet. Those are all the pins that were never there, or at least need to be reinstalled. The steel frame fastener that we had pulled out. And then the last one is the chantry brick corbel repair at the rafters in the chantry.
Mhm.
So we talked about these previously, and I believe they're approved. This is the actual change order to execute in the AIA document.
Yeah, you grouped them all in together to
Yeah.
one change order.
Yep. So I don't know who wants to execute these guys, but there's a couple copies there. While you guys are looking at that, well, you guys, everyone
Probably should
was
wait
looking
till
at this
we
one.
vote on it, Bill. You should probably wait till we vote on it before you send it.
I know.
Circle? No, that's yours. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
This is yours.
Did you get one of
I'll give
these?
you this one as soon as that does it. I
Yeah,
think I'm out. I got one more copy. How about we share that one?
Here, why don't you do this one? All right, and
Okay.
I can always get a copy.
Why don't you share over there in the corner for them, time being, so everyone knows it's done. You can pull up to the chair, okay?
So did we want to go over the change, or is that after? We want to take a look at this instead?
Change order first and then do this.
Yeah, let's do the change orders first. So, we need somebody to make the motions on all of these change orders.
Well, I guess maybe people should
Are those
ask
all
questions
copies of the
about
same
it.
change order?
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. we
These
did
are all,
four copies.
this
That's all change order 2.
yes, it's all change order
So
2.
I can make a motion that we approve change order 2, let's see, in the total amount of
$9,000,
$9,882,
yep.
all based on previously approved change directives.
Change order requests, yeah.
So the total of the 2 change orders is 90,451?
No, the change order for.
This change order is $9,882.
So this sheet, Ted, will go over, this is all the changes.
Oh, where are you looking?
I'm looking at the actual, this is the change order.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like the first one was 8,260. That's the previous authorized change orders. And this one now is 9,882. Make a motion that we approve this and Bill sign it.
Can we take a look at that?
Sure.
What's the total, for the total job today?
All the changes including the roof. Remember, that's a big one.
Yeah, and all the contracts.
We're at 90,000, 451,000.
Say that again, 9,000?
90,451. Sorry, that's, put thousand at the end. I was just used to thousand. No, $90,451.
And how does that relate to the numbers here?
So those are in, not all of these are in this document yet.
Yeah.
But if you look under the green, we're tracking them under the green line here.
Yeah,
Those are the change orders that have been approved to date,
yeah.
and they coincide with each contract. So the stained glass is the first one. Change order number 1 on the top is 10,000.
Yeah.
251, and then you go to the next column, which is the masonry. We've approved 2 change orders for Spillane at 8,000 and 9,000, and then you go over one more column. You're at 46,000 for the Shea contract. That's for the roof. So what's happening is that this list that I also handed out has all the change requests. So the change requests are a little bit ahead of the actual signed change
Yeah,
orders. So basically, we approve some of the proposals, and then the final change order comes out, and that changes the contract. It's a 2-step process.
Yeah.
And so this is for 4 different change requests, looks like.
Yes.
So what number are we at in terms of all the activity? Is it 1.5 something?
Yes, so project total right now, with hard costs and soft costs, is at 1.579.
1.579.
Yep.
That includes soft cost, John?
Yeah, and there's some soft costs in here that we may not hit, like, for instance, there's special inspections I have for 10,000. We're not gonna use that. Third-party testing at 4,000, we don't have any of that either.
Does this include the roof?
Yes,
Yeah,
it has the roof change in it. Yep.
Okay, good.
And contract
Yeah.
administration,
Yep, that's in there as well.
yeah, do you have what? 28,000 for the design team and 29,000 for you left?
Left?
Yeah, that's what's left.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
Yes, that's exactly it. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep. And those can be updated. I focused on the construction side. I
Yeah,
haven't-
right,
I haven't
right.
done on the soft cost side, but.
We haven't had any invoices yet for some, what?
We have a
December?
requisition. We have a requisition.
We do. So Spillane, if you go up to the top, the allocation paid to date, that's the number 1 at 625,000. That's what we've paid to Spillane so far. But this is a month, almost 2 months behind, because this is, they haven't given us the requisition yet for January. And the 600,000 represents 30 days before that last invoice.
Yeah,
That
didn't we
makes
have an
sense.
invoice like the
So
27th?
December invoice is on that,
So this represents basically December.
through
Okay.
December.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you still have all of January
And February.
What is it with them in getting out a requisition?
right to the end. Well, they did give us the draft, and then Mike was really good at coming back. Mike and Dave talked about what they saw, took a look at it, and then we gave Dan the comments. But my understanding is he had some type of emergency or something today, so he wasn't able to get that last signed rec to us. So,
This $1,579,337.62, that's an encumbered number, right?
I'm sorry?
That's an encumbered number, right?
Yes,
Okay. So the $9,992,000 is actually what we paid out.
that's what you paid out so far.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 900,000, yeah. Yep.
See a lot of numbers here, I get nervous.
Yeah, I try to,
Particularly when they don't add up. I'm looking at the 579 on one side and the 579 on the other side. I said, oh,
so that's what this little guy was for,
Yeah.
to give you an idea of
thank you
where
for
we are
pointing
with
that out.
it.
I'll have a look at it now.
Yeah, no, I
So we
understand.
may underrun the total budget.
Yeah, so far, we're 60% complete on the lantern. We're 90+% complete on the windows, and we're in the 90s, I would say, complete on the masonry. And you still have contingency of around 55,000
Yeah.
left. But that includes the
That's the CPA funds.
the CPA funds, yes, exactly.
We're into that now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we're pretty far into it, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
Because the CPA has asked me to come before them on February the 6th. So Ted and I are going to attend the meeting, and you know what? I'm thinking of bringing you as well, just so that if we can't explain all the numbers, you can.
Sure, happy to. So
Okay.
February 6th, what time?
I'll get back to you
6:30
at the
was it?
time.
I think it's 6:30. Of course, that doesn't mean that's the time you get to talk, but
I'll get back to you tomorrow with the time, John.
Okay.
John, one last quick question
Sure.
on the change order requests here. The two that are here that I don't see here are the 13,000 for the replacement of the
Yep.
sewer number 12 and then number 14. Is that correct?
So number 14 was just signed.
That's this one.
Yep.
Okay, and that's not here.
Yeah, and I don't have yes on it yet,
Okay,
but it is in the total,
okay.
because I'm trying to give you worst case scenario.
Yep,
And the 13,000 for the sill we're not in total agreement with that at all.
gotcha, okay.
So that's still being
not in a
quote unquote
big
negotiated.
time.
So what's not included here is 2,000 and potentially 13,000. Some
No.
portion of it.
Oh,
You get the
it's
13.
Well,
right. You're right. In the large format,
Yeah.
it hasn't transferred over.
assuming you win that argument, whatever the argument is then.
No, we've
Okay.
talked about it quite a
We
bit.
we
Yeah.
figure we're on pretty safe ground.
Okay, so that one you
I think
think
so,
goes
too.
away, and it's really just the 2,000 that's not here.
Right.
Thanks.
There are other CORs that have come in that we haven't. They've been very recent, the last couple of days, but nothing nothing that's close to 50,000 by any means. So
Yeah.
they're all a couple thousand here and there.
Very good. Thanks.
So far so good.
Yeah. Given the weather and everything.
Yeah, we've been very
Can't
lucky.
believe
with
those
the weather.
guys up there banging away and it's
Yeah.
8 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's been tough. Obviously with roof and winter work, that's always an issue. But luckily with the copper that you're putting in, it's fantastic. It's
They
gonna
haven't
be
had the
easy.
snow,
Haven't had snow.
and next week we're gonna have 50 degrees again.
Right, right. So we're gonna take a look at that and hopefully get that going.
Great.
So
As long as it
Okay.
doesn't get to -15 and the whole thing just pops up. Temperature conversions.
Okay,
that
is there
that's
any more discussion on these?
yeah. You see a lot of oil canning that way. It happens. Sorry.
Is there any more discussion on these change orders?
No.
Okay, like to have a vote on it, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Sign my life away.
I would like to point out too, that the situation where Bill is really a credit when he gets out there and he signs these things and keeps things moving.
I agree. Yeah. The committee has been very, very good about
Yeah.
being responsive and getting on these things.
So when they have a
It's great to work with.
$13,000 one, that's, when you dig in your ears a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
A lot, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. So we'll take those and then have them signed. I think
Yep.
I think Mike already signed them. We just need Spillane, I believe.
Okay. There you go. And I would assume that this construction change directive goes back to Guy now.
Yes, and if you'd like, I can take care of that.
Yeah.
Sorry, wake you up to mess around with it.
Okay, do you have any more for us on the chapel?
No, have you thought about more about the opening, the opening in the wall?
You know, I was gonna bring it up at a new business.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we're gonna be responsible for that.
Okay.
I do think that we should come up with a idea on the plaque. You're gonna make the box.
Yes, that's
Okay.
why I'm asking. Pardon.
I wanted to discuss the plaque. Let's do discussion of the plaque when we can get, in a few minutes, we can proceed down our agenda. But I would assume that this plaque is gonna have to be some sort of a rededication plaque. I don't know that our name should go on it. I don't know. I just want the feeling of the committee. Give you something to think about for the next few minutes. While we listen.
It's kind of premature, because we got to understand from Scuttlebutt that the town manager is involved and, you know, he wants to put some artifacts in a box. We don't know what those artifacts are or what the size of the box is gonna be.
Well, I'd love to put this in somebody else's lap. I really would.
I'll take care of it.
Huh?
I'll take care of it. I took care of it, the one at the,
Okay. Okay.
it's always the, everybody, particularly for this case.
All right. Then,
You'd have the selectmen, you'd have the cemetery guys.
I know,
You know, the whole rank
the
and
plaque is not gonna be this big. The plaque is gonna be this big by this big. Okay,
big magnifying glass on it.
yeah, that's right.
Remember, it's Kathy with the C. No, just
I don't know that it's appropriate for us to be putting our names on a
Just
plaque.
we'll just a permanent building
I agree
committee.
with you on that.
Yeah. I mean, this is a place where people are buried. Yeah. I mean, we'll put architects, owner's project manager, whatever we put there, but
we're good.
I just think that you can put too much on this plaque.
I agree.
Well, we ran into that
You could put
problem
that
on the
on
high
the plaque
school.
that goes in
We
the
pulled it
box.
off, okay.
You can have like.
have a piece of
Do
paper.
that too.
We-
Then in 100 years, they'll pull out our names. How's that sound?
Okay, maybe you, as a lark, you think that was funny, but I think that might be the idea.
Just solved it, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a simple plan.
Piece of
Boy,
paper.
can you imagine that?
Just to guess who?
You could still be alive in 100 years.
You're still gonna be in the committee.
I'd like to-
Thanks a lot, guys.
Discussion about-
But I have to drive by a
It comes
tombstone
up.
with my name on it every now and then to get there every
That would
morning.
be great.
Okay, so we're all set?
I'm all set.
Thanks, John.
Okay, thank you,
Okay,
John.
thanks.
Thank you.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up is an update on
What
the
are you,
town.
excuse me, when are
When
you gonna be
the-
up
when the
back
next
out there?
meeting?
Tuesday?
I'm sorry?
You gonna be back before Tuesday up there?
Yeah, we can go, yeah, sure.
Okay. Just
I'll get back to you
Whatever you
on
do
the
that.
Community Preservation Act Committee, time and date.
Okay. that
I know
sounds-
it's February the 6th.
Sure,
I believe
All right.
it's 6:30.
sounds good. I'll
Okay,
look forward to it.
Okay.
Take care.
Bob, did you have something?
No, I just look at when the next meeting's gonna be.
Do that on new business. Let's go with the update on the town hall. Jerry, do we have anything?
Not much been happening. There was supposed to have been a meeting with the engineer that I had set up, and then she bailed out, so. It's been being rescheduled, but I'm not sure when it's gonna be yet.
Okay. So basically, we have no
No update at this point.
news. Okay. We've already talked about the Preservation Committee. New business, one was the plaque.
You want me to look into that, but I agree with everybody, you know, because it's probably gonna be the selectmen, and they'll always be put down individually, town manager, and of course, like, Mark Ryan, cemetery guy, and the rest of us just go down as a one-liner. I mean, let's face it, we can't have that gigantic plaque up there, it's just,
I agree.
okay. You're looking at me kinda quizzically.
No, because I've given this a lot of thought. I didn't know if any names should go
The
on
thing
there.
is, it
How
should
about
be
just
bigger
select-
letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It should be bigger letters because they're gonna have to be looking at it up, and it's probably gonna be about 8 feet above the floor, so.
Yeah, I, it's funny, Kathy, you just agree with me. I was thinking of, the selectmen, the cemetery director, the director of public works.
Historical
Because he's involved, the historical
Yeah.
commission, the permanent building committee.
See, I keep it pretty simple.
Rededicated this day,
Put a date on
and
it.
that's it, and not
Exactly.
anybody else. It's a
Exactly.
memorial, it's
Keep
in
it
a
simple.
cemetery,
Yeah.
it's not for, following people's names, for the next 100 years. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, is you're doing something in a cemetery, on a chapel,
Unless somebody wants to be buried behind it with the name on it,
only if they're cremated, right?
whatever.
Well, I'll knock out something in maybe in a week or so, but I'll go drop into the town manager, see what, I don't wanna do anything without him being involved.
To see what his input
I mean, he
is.
might have a whole different kind of regimen of ideas and stuff, and
So,
I had a chance to talk to him about it, because let's face it, it's not gonna happen till like after May, because we wanna get that door on there for sure.
I know, but you know what? No time like the present to hop on it and get it done
He did
versus,
make some comment to me some time ago that he wants that ceremony early May, not Memorial Day.
That's doable.
It is, but he
Town-
just said after May, so
Town,
no.
town
Okay.
meeting is the 13th, May 13th.
I think he wants it before
So,
town meeting.
that's what, I mean, it would be nice since all the funding and everything happened last annual,
Mhm.
that if the project is all completed and you have, we've
I'll give him a call
rededicated
tomorrow
it.
and see if I can set up an appointment and chat with him.
before we move on from the town hall, a second, you said you had a meeting with the engineer. What are you talking about, the interior project or the exterior project?
The interior,
All right, so that, we still need to decide where that's going. What about the exterior project?
well, the exterior project,
That's me.
We decided we can't
no,
use,
it's Ted. Yes, we do have to, well, okay,
it's
that's,
gotta go out to bid.
We're
You're
gonna,
doing
we're
the
putting
spec, et cetera.
together an RFP.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, I haven't
but nothing
received,
new on that.
yeah, I haven't
Okay.
received a scope of work or anything on, so we're not on the street or anything like that. But just so you gentlemen know, the last rainstorm, we had no water. I mean, if we did, we had a couple drips here and there, because it wasn't a nor'easter.
it wasn't a nor'easter. If
And
it's not a
that
nor'easter.
was, I was running around this building checking every window and, but we did have latches on the windows that open up.
Mhm.
So people were having to, put some cardboard into the latch to make sure that it was
Oh,
stuck
they're
in there well.
loose, yeah.
Yeah, they don't hold, and all it takes is the wind to get underneath it and whip it wide open. It happened to mine up on the 3rd floor, and I'm facing the south. And all of a sudden, my window was open, and my storm went flying off, and all the
Goodness.
rest. So, windows are a definite project someday, and
Well,
10 years from now or something.
Let
But
me interrupt you a second. When they do the building over, whenever that will be, the air will be handled all interior.
Mhm.
Those windows will be sealed, they will not open. I will
probably won't
personally
be
nail
here
them
then.
shut, just before they take me away. But that's the plan.
Mhm.
Okay. Why are you doing this?
No, I did.
I'm guessing
I
because it
heard-
may be your plan, but it
I
might not be
had
her
right.
plan.
I had heard you mention that before.
Well, where they're putting 1,000 CFM air handler in the attic and another one down here somewhere. That's a lot of air moving.
Well,
Yes,
I
it would be
mean,
wasteful to do that and let the windows
Yeah,
be open.
right.
Not
If
only
you
that,
were
Yeah, they're
going to
operable
do
windows
that,
and there are
but
people
where
that might
you're,
want to
yeah,
open
But you gotta
windows.
remember
where you're
this.
gonna put everything, and don't forget that when you say the attic has 1, 2, 3, 4 different offices in it. So I don't know the size of what you're talking about putting, but there are offices
Well, I'll
up
tell you,
there
that's
right
what the
now.
report said.
Mhm.
Well,
Okay.
basic.
Right.
I know, I had seen,
And this
I
time
read the
when we
report,
do
I know.
anything, we're governed by ASHRAE. You gotta remember that, that's important.
Okay, so,
Basic HVAC rule is they bring in outside air and you exhaust it. people, basic HVAC, you bring in outside air, and you exhaust it, and no one plays with windows.
That's
You
right,
seal them all up.
that's right. John Hancock's got no windows that open, except the ones that would fly in.
No,
off
I
the
had
building.
buildings that had no windows that open.
Well, you may get some complaints about beautiful old windows that can open that you don't let them open.
Is there any other new business?
No, not here.
I'll take a motion for adjournment. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm
Next
sorry.
meeting,
New meeting, next meeting. February,
21st.
no. Wow, 21st.
You might just leave our house
I-
on Valentine's Day?
No.
I think we better go the 14th, because we
Yeah.
haven't gotten a requisition
We
from
can't do the
Spillane.
14th.
And that's gonna come in, and
We
that's
gotta
gonna
take
have to be.
Mrs.
So you're
Callahan.
gonna get everyone here on Valentine's
Well,
Day, you
We
think?
gotta take Mrs. Callahan
Yeah, I
out
don't
for
think so.
supper that night.
I'm not gonna be here on
How about the
Valentine's Day.
seventh?
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
it's
be here on
Valentine's
Valentine's
They
Day.
they should have the invoice by the seventh.
I won't be here.
Yes,
You won't be
he,
here, okay.
he made the comment that, okay, let's do it the 7th,
I'll take the notes, don't worry.
Next week.
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the invoice?
We gotta pay it.
Yeah.
Well, what about the regular requisition?
The regular requisition.
That's the
is
one
what
we'll
I'm
be
talking
looking at
about.
on the 7th.
Yes,
So we ought to get that done, because that should have been done tonight, really.
I know.
We can also get RGB to get theirs fixed by then too.
Well, what about the 21st?
I don't think you'll
Then-
need that
then-
We'll
one.
be looking at the pencil wreck on the 21st.
If we, listen, if we wait to the 21st, Bob, we're not, he made the comment that Spillane has the requisition ready, but there were, Mike Nee turned it back to them. I guess there was something that had to be corrected, adjusted. So, if it's that close, it has to be paid within 10 days of
Oh.
submitting, okay?
10 days of approval. Not submitting, 10 days of approval,
Okay, by the architect.
no, by us.
By P.B.C.C.
Okay, so we're gonna make them wait in essence
No, we
another.
shouldn't. But just, what you're saying is just not correct. I agree we should do it on the 7th.
Not only that, I think the 28th is a substantial completion.
It could be.
It's somewhere around that week.
Let's do it the 17th. That's right, the 14th is
Seventh.
Valentine's.
Well, let's
Day.
plan on the 7th. If you get an email that we're gonna have it,
Yep.
make sure we're gonna have that thing here.
Yep.
If not, we can cancel it. If so, maybe drop an email
Alright.
in to everybody that the
But I
rec
think,
rec
I
will be
think,
ready. We will
I
be
think
on
the
7th.
21st is the one that makes a lot of sense, because we're getting close to finalizing the job at that point.
So
We'll
what do
be
you,
into the punch list,
are you talking about the 7th and the 21st?
7th and the 21st. yeah.
Oh, we can set up 2 dates, but we
Yeah.
definitely need to
Well,
have,
we have to have the 7th to cover January.
yeah. Okay, let's do the 2/21,
Okay.
2/7/221.
Mrs. Callahan, thanks you.
Is the only thing you're doing on the 7th the invoice?
It's a requisition,
A
Requisition.
That's it, so
Requisition.
you're not,
Unless there's something
There'll be at least 2
new.
of them.
yes,
There'll be 3 of them. What's the secretary?
yes.
Is there any other way to get them approved other than having everyone vote? You can't.
We can't do it, from what I understand, you have to be present.
You have to be present. And we need 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So
I'm not
we-
telling you don't come, but
So I only just want Linda to know.
unless you know
Yeah.
something from,
Try to
your
coordinate, just
work,
make sure there's
that-
enough.
but I don't think we can.
We'd have to.
No,
get
this kind of
approval.
question has come up a number of times in the past.
Yep, you have to be present. Okay.
Move to adjourn.
Do you wanna do a little earlier, just get it out of the way, like at 7, and just be done with it in 15 minutes?
We could be done quickly.
Or even earlier. I mean, if everyone's available, we could meet earlier, just get it done and not have to go out at 7:30 to do it.
Well, first we
Yeah, I
gotta
can do
get
it.
it.
Huh?
First we gotta
Evidence.
get it.
Well, once
it's
we get it, I mean,
6:30.
if we don't have it, then Linda, you should cancel the meeting.
Okay, I
If
tell
we
you
don't
what,
have the rec.
all right, we'll tentatively set the meeting for the 7th at 7 o'clock.
All right.
Hopefully in, out, and we're done. If things change, I'll let you know.
Very good.
All right, Jerry has made a motion for adjournment. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Uh,
Aye.
Nice.